Hi. So my name is Sarah, and I suffer from psychosis. For those that don't know what psychosis is, it's basically when you have a disconnection from reality. So for me, that means hallucinations, paranoia, all of that great stuff. I started to get hallucinations around my freshman year. I guess I should go back and explain that I have not taken drugs. I do not have a diagnosis yet. No, I'm not schizophrenia or bipolar or anything. Just unknown psychosis. Fun. So I guess, and I'm explaining this because when I went on YouTube to see if there was anyone like me, because I felt so alone in this world, because I have psychosis, but I don't have depression or anything like that, and it just was weird. It was like I just had hallucinations, and the only people I could find that was like me were a bunch of drug addicts, and so I was trying to, I decided I was going to make my own video, and hopefully I'd help people like myself. So I started suffering from psychosis around my freshman year, the end of my freshman year, and it started with auditory, which means voices, and I would just hear like chatter, like that I couldn't pinpoint what they were saying, but it was just like chatter, like if you're in a large, like in a room and there's a lot of people around. And so they weren't that bad. I was like I thought it was weird, and I would tell my parents, but wasn't like a big deal. And then around the end of summer, I started to get the auditory got really bad, and they were being command hallucinations. They were like telling me what to do. Before they would just like narrate my life, say, oh, she's taking out her sketchbook, she's starting to draw, she's opening the door, stupid stuff like that. But then they started to like say, hey, Sarah, we're your friends, kill your brother, or something dumb like that. Not dumb, just, it was scary. I didn't think it was a big deal. I just thought, okay, well, this is weird. It freaked me out, but I didn't want to, like, I wasn't gonna like freak out at first. They got like, yeah, so the end of summer was when they got really bad, to the point where I like told my parents, and they were really chill about it. Like, they didn't, again, they were like, okay, this isn't normal, but they weren't gonna like call me a freak or anything. So they were really accepting. I don't what was that? Okay, so I'm sorry, like all the hallucinations and stuff going on right now, so I'm trying to stay calm. So yeah, that was end of summer. I started to get the command hallucinations, and I got I had like, okay, I suffer from nightmares every night, and I woke up one night from it, and they weren't like night terrors. I don't wake up screaming. I just sometimes wake up on the floor, and I woke up on the floor, and there was this guy standing over me, and he was like this shadow, and so I screamed, and I freaked out, and I went to my parents' room, and there was no one there. So obviously I was like, okay, cool, another hallucination. Yeah. Anyway, so that was like the first time I saw him. I never named him, oddly enough. He was just my friend. He was really mean at first. Like, he didn't talk to me. He kind of ignored me, and then he started to be mean to me. Like, when he did talk to me, it would be insults, and he was kind of like, oh, you're weak, you're pathetic, and he would just like walk around with a knife, and I was like, dude. But then we got close. Like, we talked a lot. He was pretty cool. So that was the first hallucination I liked. I used to have 3 other hallucinations around this time. I had floating heads that was in the corner of my room. I mean, they would follow me around, but they seemed to stick on, like, the left side of me, which was really weird. They were these floating goblin heads. Like, I don't know. I named one of them Zero, but I don't remember what I named the other 2. I don't have them anymore. So they would kind of just float around and mock me. They were really mean. Didn't like them. They were just awful. So anyway, to the point. So school starts, and it's my sophomore year, and it's fun and great, and people are cool, and it was good for like the first month. But then the voices got worse, and that got me really scared. So I was like, I have to talk to people about this. So I was in my chemistry class, and I was talking to 3 other people, and oddly enough, they suffer from psychosis too. One of them has schizophrenia. I'm not going to name names, and the other 2, I don't know what. I don't think they have a diagnosis. Anyway, so they were telling me, like, oh, yeah, we have that too. We were kind of talking about it, and then the voices got really, really bad. And so I kind of put my hands over my ears and was rocking back and forth in class. I think I was humming loudly or something like that. Anyway, so then my friend takes me out of the class. I think my other friend told the teacher where we were going, but she kind of took me outside with one of the supervisors to watch me. And the supervisor didn't really like me because I would always like get really bad tactile hallucinations, which was like I would feel them like spiders on my skin and stuff, and so I'd always curse loudly whenever that happened, and so she would get really mad at me. But you know, she kind of saw I was freaking out, and so she stood next to me, and then my friend went and got her mom, who works there. She's a teacher, and they kind of like helped calm me down a bit, just enough so I could call my mom and get picked up. And so I didn't go back to school for 2 weeks. We decided they were going to switch me from my other school. My school has like 2 other. My school has like 2 schools together. I don't really like the one that I was. Okay, the one I was originally in was everyday school, and then the one that they kind of combined it with that had people that were like, oh, we got you, but that's because they took LSD. They were kind of like they needed more credits, I guess. So that was the one I was going to. So it was 2 days, like 2 days out of the week. And I was about to start that when I was going to the doctors with my family in San Diego, and I was like, cool, I like the doctors. And we were going for my shoulder because I have like shoulder pain. I used to have it, not anymore. I kind of like lied about it. It was like my way of trying to self-medicate like the hallucinations, and for some reason I thought pain pills would help it because I'm an idiot. So I kind of like exaggerated it. Anyway, so that landed us in the hospital. The children's Rady's, I think. Anyway, so I was there to talk to a psychiatrist or someone like that about my shoulder to see if I would be able to be in their program that's like therapy or whatever. And we kind of like I casually, like not really casually, but we slipped in that I was having hallucinations and psychosis. So she asked me, do you have any command? And I was like, yeah, they tell me to kill my brother all the time. And then she kind of looked at my parents and was like, you know, maybe it's a good idea if we think about a hospitalization. And of course I was kind of like, oh, ew, okay. Because I have like separation anxiety from my mother, my mom, and my dad. So I wasn't really thrilled about the idea, but I was like, if it'll help, sure. So they did like I don't know what it's called, but I had to go for 3 days, but I stayed for another day and a half, so 4.5 days. And it was really cool. They're a really cool program, like the best. If you live in California and you have like issues and like you live near San Diego, Mesa Vista is like the best because they seem to really understand me with psychosis and stuff. Like I've had friends that went to other places like I don't know what it's called, but they would have like quiet rooms where they locked them. People like me would just be screaming and they would lock them in the quiet room. I'm like, that, no, gross. They didn't do that. They would sit with me and calm me down and really talk to me and be what they were supposed to do. And so that was really cool. And my roommate was, I'm not going to do any names, but she was same as me, but she was diagnosed with schizoaffective, and but she was so cool. So that kind of helped me. Like it wasn't a bad stay at all. It was really cool. Everyone was really nice. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun there because, again, I'm not depressed, so I was kind of just skipping around the halls. It was fun. If anyone's actually watching this, they comment below if I should do a if I should talk about my like entire experience, like do a detailed thing about my experience in the hospital, because I will. So anyway, so then I got out of that, and then I went into my school, did the independent studies, and that didn't work that well. I don't know, like, I didn't like going to the school. Like, it just got me scared to get out. And so over, like, the months and a few when my hallucinations got better, I got less. My cool guy that I had actually went missing before I went to Mesa Vista. He, like, got dragged down by one of these blob things, and so they terrified me. I didn't want to go near the blob things. But then I got this weird little, he's so cute. I'm sorry, I'm getting, like, teared up now. He was this little, I don't know how to explain him. He was like a blob creature that had a bunch of eyes all over him and had a smile, but he was just so cute. So, you know, since I could talk to him, and he didn't talk to me back because he's this little pet thing who was always with me, but he would protect me and he would attack the other blob things that were mean. And so, of course, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to name him, like, the answer to everything. So I named him 42, of course. Because, you know, he deserves it. So I named this little guy 42. And, oh my god, he was just so cute. And he would just be so sweet to me. And he sometimes, like, purred like a cat. I don't even know. So I would get my weird spiders, and I would see, like, dead, like, creatures, dead people, corpses, kind of sometimes would climb the walls. And they scared me. Like, I would still get attacks. Like, I got attacks from time to time where I would, like, freak out and I couldn't control myself. Again, comment in the bottom if I could do a video on that too, go into detail about my hallucinations. But right now I'm trying to get my hallucinations and my attacks. But right now I'm just trying to. Okay, so that's then 42, and I called her 2 hours. She was a little girl. She was the sweetest thing. Around this time that I got 2 hours, I was in a program where actually one of my friends was in, at Loma Linda, that was supposed to help. Like, they were teaching me different, what's it called, coping skills that I could use. And I also got, like, the diagnosis of depression, but, like, my other psychiatrist said that was wrong, the one that I just got now. But he was, like, determined that I had depression, even though the only symptoms I have was psychosis. And I mean, I'll be depressed. I mean, recently I have been really depressed. That's because of the psychosis. The psychosis isn't a cause from the depression. Anyway, so the program was really cool. I met a lot of cool people. It didn't, like, help me specifically, but it helped my family a lot with what was going on and how to deal with me. I mean, because I'm already, like, a really positive person. At least I think so. I mean, I'm not really a downer. So I wasn't like sulking around. I was kind of like happy.
What are we eating?
Sorry. Go. Vincent, go. Sorry, that was my brother. Anyway. Probably edit that out. Okay. Anyway, so I was, what's I saying? Anyway, so I was at, Loma Linda, we're doing an outpatient program, And, you know, I graduated. It helped a tad. Like, I still use some of the stuff, but it wasn't like, I thought I was going to get all my hallucinations taken away, but all they really did was help me with my anxiety and, like, the occasional depression. And so I dealt with, you know, I had to, like, I don't know, the program was good. It was, but it didn't help the way I wanted it to, so I had to deal with that. Like, had to deal with them every day now. And when I was in the program, I had 2 hours and 42 got in an attack with the other blob creatures, and they actually, like, pulled them into this weird vortex whole thing, and I didn't see them again, and, like, they literally, like, slaughtered them, though, in front of me. And so it was kind of, I had an attack, I got really depressed. I was like, oh god, there's nothing good in the world, except, like, you know, I didn't have any good hallucinations, and I still don't really have any good ones now. They've kind of gotten better. I'm on Seroquel 600, which I think is like an adult dosage. No, I don't remember. I tried Resperdal, which I think is having a recall now because it gives dudes boobs, but I mean, it works for a lot of my friends, but it didn't work for me. It got me really tired. I was, like, determined. I was, like, sure that I was gonna have a weird side effect, but I was, like, the only one of all of my friends that took it that didn't get one of the weird side effects. I just got really tired. So they had to take me off that. And so present, we're talking about the present now, I don't really have, like, the auditory is kind of back to how it was before. I don't have the guy anymore. I only have Candy. She's really nice. We're friends now. She doesn't tell me. They're just kind of like friends, you know, there. I have a lot of tactile still, like the bugs kind of crawling on me, and I still have bad attacks, but mostly, like, they'll go from a really bad attack to a depression where I'm like, oh, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. But, you know, it hasn't even been a year of me living with this, so I don't know why I would just give it up now. I can be stronger than that, and hopefully you that are watching can be stronger too. If you have the same, you might just be watching this for fun. Anyway, so I have my tactile. I have the tactile still. The auditory isn't as bad, and then my visual, that's what I was getting to. I don't have any of the ones that used to stand around and talk to me. Now I just have, like, these weird, like, they're silhouettes, kind of, that follow me and kind of crowd me, and so that gets my paranoia and my anxiety up. This kind of really scares me. I still see, like, the dead things and such. I really don't like, it's, like, impossible for me to watch, like, a horror movie or anything violent because of what I see every day. It's just too much. So that's basically it. I know I kind of babbled probably, but yeah, so hopefully this channel is a chance for me to show my story and maybe some of my art. So hopefully this will be a regular channel, and I will use it to help those that are like me that don't have that much depression, but mostly just have psychosis and they don't know what's going on. And you know what? We don't need a diagnosis. We just need each other. And so hopefully that was, like, really cheesy. Anyway, so that was it. And that's me. And hopefully, again, comment in the description below, in the comments below. Description what? No. In the comments below if I should do a video on my experience in the hospital, or if I should do about my attacks, which I probably will. So yeah, thanks for watching.